Aloha artists, Miss Maggie here. Today we are going to make some art using lines again, but this time we are going to get our inspiration from nature. We are going to go on a nature walk. We'll go outdoors and look for lines in the leaves that we can find. Some of your leaves might be on the ground and dried up. Some of your leaves might be on plants. If you want to pick a leaf from a plant, make sure that that plant is healthy and has a lot more leaves. Pick the leaf really carefully because we don't want to hurt the plants. We want to take care of them. Look around for leaves that have straight lines on them. Look for leaves that have curves on them. Look for leaves that have zigzags on them. Find beautiful and interesting leaves that you're going to draw. Also, enjoy the fresh air. Feel the breeze. Look down low and up high. Find all sorts of amazing beauty outside. And then bring your at least 3 leaves back inside and we'll make some art. Do you have your leaves from outside? I do. We're going to need some art supplies as well. Take a look here at what else to gather. You are going to need an eraser, a pencil, a Sharpie, oil pastels, and one small piece of watercolor paper. This is the smaller sheet, but it's also the bumpy type, the thicker type, the one that we haven't used yet. Okay, that's what we're gonna need. Go get your supplies. Okay, I have my 3 leaves that I collected from outside. This one has a lot of straight lines in it. This one has a lot of curved or wavy lines in it, and this one has some zigzag lines in it. Before we draw, find the lines in your leaves. Trace them with your finger. I'm going to trace the lines that I see in my straight line leaf. I'm going to find lines on the inside, and then I'm also going to find the lines on the outside. See how there's so many interesting lines there. I'm also going to find the lines in my curved line leaf. I'm noticing all the details that I can. Wow, isn't that amazing? I'm seeing other little lines going that way. Do you know what those lines are called that are inside the leaf? They're called veins. The veins help take water and food from one part of the leaf to another. It brings the nutrients or vitamins that the plant needs all around the plant. Did you know that we have veins too? Look at your arm. Do you see any lines on the inside of your arm? Those are also called veins. Those help your blood circulate around your body, so that brings the nutrients that you need as well. Isn't that amazing? We are similar to plants because we both have veins. Let's look at that zigzag leaf now. The zigzag leaf has some beautiful zigzags on the outside of the leaf. Did you manage to find a zigzag leaf? I got this one from a hibiscus. And so I am tracing all those lines. You notice how it still has a straight line down the middle? If there's a straight line down the middle of a leaf, a lot of times that's the line that I draw first when I draw. Watch how I draw a leaf. before you start and do yours. So this one, I'm going to look at it, and again, I'm going to make sure I have the lines that I see in it. I see those straight lines going through. I see some curved lines going around the edge. I like that I have it diagonal. I could also have it straight across, but I think I like it like that. And I see that center vein going through. It starts at the stem. So that's what I'm going to start with. I'm going to draw that stem, and I'm going to draw the line going down to the tip. And watch what I do now. I can make it so it has the stem. And then I'm going to make it curve out. Oops, going too fast. Slowing down to the tip. And I'm going to do the other side. So now I'm doing the outsides of the leaf. And I'm going down to the tip. And I also see that there's this part coming out. So I'm going to do this part coming out here. And I see that it's not just one line, that it's thick, a little bit thick, and then it gets skinny. Do you see any other lines in this leaf? I see some lines coming up from the vein in the middle, and these other small veins are going down the leaf. A lot of them are straight lines. Some of them are a tiny bit curved. So that is how I drew my straight line leaf. So now you draw your straight line leaf. Remember, whatever your leaf looks like, start with that center vein. See what that line does. And when you draw it, go slow, go carefully, and remember where to stop. I'm not just going around my leaf like that. I'm using my eyes and my brain to draw what I notice. I have the stem on there because I see the stem, and I see how I have a curve that comes out, out, out to a tip. See that tip there? That's what I'm drawing there. And then I've got this part coming out here to over here. Take your time as you draw your straight line leaf. Make it fantastic. That's how mine's looking. I'm going to put some of those little veins in there. Notice what you see. What are your lines doing in your leaf? I'm ready for my curvy line leaf. I think I want this leaf to be going in this direction on my paper. And so before I start, I'm going to look at it again with my pencil. You look at yours with your pencil closely and trace all those important lines. Decide where you're going to draw it on your paper. Watch me before you draw it on your paper. Remember, I'm finding that center line and I'm drawing that vein first. I see I have the stem and then it's going up this way. And I think the stem has some thickness to it. But then I see that it curves out and up, and it's not as pointy on the end for mine. Yours might be pointy, but mine isn't. And I'm going to see that it goes out, curves around, and it goes to that spot there. Wow. And I see that my center stem is thick a little bit. That's because this leaf comes from a different plant. And I see that there's some beautiful thicker lines going around. And I want to recognize all those beautiful lines. And so I'm putting those curved lines in. Look at how I'm finding the lines that are in my plant. Some of them there's some extra little lines there. And so, look closely at your plant and see what makes your plant unique. This leaf definitely is one of a kind. It is quite special. I'm seeing what do those curves do to show off how special this plant is. I think it's just about done. So you saw how I did mine. Now you do yours. Get your leaf, decide where it's going to go on your paper. And remember, start with the vein and the stem, the main vein. Draw that part first. Put the stem on there if it has a stem. If there's no stem, don't draw it. Draw what you see in your leaf. And then remember, goes up and around, whatever shape your leaf is, and then it ends up by the end of the line. That's your main vein. Is it pointy? Is it curvy there? What does it do? And then start down by the stem again, come up and around, and there we go. And then see what other lines do you have in the center. I'm finding all the lines that I see in mine, and I can't wait to see the lines that you're seeing in your leaf, because yours is going to look different, not only because you are your own artist, but also because you are drawing a different leaf than me. Every leaf is going to be one of a kind. And so show off what makes that plant beautiful. Okay. Wow, this is coming along great. Next, zigzag. If you didn't find a zigzag leaf, find some other leaf that has interesting lines, because we're going to have 3 leaves on our paper. Before you draw, take your pencil and look at your leaf. See how those lines work. Mine is curvy till here, and then it zigzags. Zigzag, 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 zigzags. And over here, it's curvy, and then it's zigzag, 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 zigzags. Ooh, there's a little bit of curve there, and to the end, it still has that main vein, and it has other veins coming out from here. That's really interesting. I bet you're getting the hang of this leaf drawing. Let's draw our last leaves at the same time as each other. I'm going to put mine right here in the center, and I think I'm going to have it go kind of straight up, I think like that. And so I'm going to draw the main vein first, just like before. And just like that. I like it. Now, I'm going to put that stem on there. And I'm going to show you a trick that helps, because the zigzags can get away from us. I'm going to draw this leaf as if it didn't have the zigzags, but I'm going to draw as lightly as possible. I'm going to go around like this to the tip, and around slowly, slowly, slowly like this to the tip. And now I have a guideline. I can go, okay, I see that my leaf is curvy, and then it has a zigzag. So I'm going to follow that curvy, zigzag, 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 zig. I like that. And then over here, curvy, zigzag, 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 zig. That gave me an easy way so I didn't get carried away with my zigzags. Now I'm going to draw those other lines that I see in mine. Ooh, I see them coming out from there, and then sometimes there's lines coming off of the lines. Ooh, I like that a lot. Wow. I have my 3 leaves done. How are yours coming along? Before we color, let's Sharpie them. I am going to go over my lines very carefully and slowly. Now, Sharpie, if it gets on a table or on your clothes, it doesn't come out. So be careful with Sharpies, okay? But what is great about Sharpies is that they make beautiful black lines. And I'm going to show off all the lines that I found by going exactly over them. Go slowly, 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 and putting those lines in there. If you mess up, don't worry about it. A mistake is just an opportunity to be creative. Slow down and know that you are still creating something that is absolutely fantastic. So for the zigzag leaf, I'm not going over my guidelines, just the main lines that I want to keep. Going over all those lines. Go over yours as well. Oops, see that one I didn't go over my line exactly, but it will be all right. And I'm gonna go over this leaf too. Take your time, make it fantastic. After I Sharpie, I erase. I take my eraser and I'm going to hold one side of the paper and I'm going to take my eraser and go over and make all my pencil lines go away. And so there we go. Isn't that amazing? How's yours coming along? Are you ready to color it? So today we're going to use oil pastels to color them. But we're not going to use all our colors. We are going to use yellow, blue, and white. We're not going to use our green oil pastels or any of the other colors, just these. I'll show you why. I'm going to look at this leaf here, and I see that it has some beautiful green to it. And I didn't get my green oil pastel, but you'll see why, because I'm going to fill this leaf with yellow. I'm going to see if I can keep that yellow inside. And then I'm going to add blue to it. I'm going to keep that blue inside too. Wow, what's happening to the blue? What color does yellow and blue mix to? They mix to green. And I'm going to even it out by putting more yellow on top. And if I want some areas to be darker, I put more blue on top. I see that it's darker in the center on this leaf. And the other part that I can do is with my white. I'm going to use this part that's clean. I'm going to put a little bit of white in there so that it has some highlights, some areas that are lighter, just a little bit. What do you think about that? You try it out too. Remember, yellow and blue and maybe a little bit of white on the end. You can look at your leaves and go, wow, what makes your leaf unique? This one's going to be really neat. Ooh, I might use a little bit of a napkin to keep my oil pastels clean. This one really has some yellow on it. I think I'm going to color the whole thing yellow. And then I'm going to be careful where I add blue to it, because some parts really are kind of just yellow. Yellow there and blue where it is dark green. You look at your leaves and notice, where are they dark green and add more blue? Where are they a yellow green and have lots of yellow? Some places might need some white in it, and the white is good for blending as well. Oh, wow! Look at that. Lastly, I'm going to look at this leaf here. How's yours coming along? I'm going to add the yellow to my straight leaf. I'm going to fill it in nice and carefully. A little bit in there. I'm going to add the blue. And I'm going to blend. Oh, it needs more green in the center, I think. There we go. And it needs more yellow blended into these areas. I'm going to make it so that there is no white paper visible inside my leaf. But you know what? I noticed something else while I was coloring this leaf. I noticed that it has some red on it. Red right on the side. I am using yellow and blue. Oops. I'll fix that later. That mix to green. But if you have any red or brown on your leaf, you can add a little bit of red. Don't get the brown, don't get the green, don't get any other color out. But if you want to get the red out and add a tiny bit, once you're done with all of your blue and yellow and white, that's okay. Put the red on anywhere where you think it has a little bit of red. That's starting to look more like the real thing there. Clean your oil pastels if you need. I think this one needs some more white on there. And a little bit more here. There we go. And we have 3 colored leaves. We used yellow and blue. You might have put a tiny bit of red on there. These 3, yellow, blue, and red, are our primary colors. With them, we can mix any color in the rainbow, and then we can use the white to lighten it too. Here is your reflection question. Which leaf that you found was your favorite? And why? What makes that leaf your favorite? Which leaf on your drawing is your favorite? And why is that leaf your favorite? Now that we're done, you know what you need to do. You need to take a photo of your drawing so that you can share it with your teacher and your class. And all those art supplies need to be cleaned up. I'm going to put my oil pastels away and make sure they're all neat. I'm going to put my pencil and eraser away. And this paper, I'm going to put it somewhere safe because it's on watercolor paper, which means that our background, I left it white on purpose because another week we are going to paint the background. How does that sound? I can't wait to do that with you next time. A hooey ho!